and we need to be better people, grown-ups, mature. Why are they leading us around by the nose? Who let them hook us with their fingers in our nostrils and take us here and take us there? We need to be smart. Sarah Palin is right. It's common sense. You don't spend more money than you have. It's common sense. You have to live a fairly decent life. You can't be surprised that life is no good when you've been doing everything wrong. Nobody got you pregnant. You and whatever man you were with got you pregnant. The rest of us, they had nothing to do with it. Now, I don't believe children should suffer, but the rest of us had nothing to do with it whatsoever. And I don't think America can be saved. I honestly do not believe that America can be saved. I don't even believe that a lot of people, it's that tipping point, that point of no return has already been crossed. The attitude of people towards God is so negative, there's no turning back. And when people get to that point, everything falls apart. That's right. That's right there before Noah's flood. That's right there before Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, when humanity loses itself, when humanity is engaged in Woodstock or raves or Burning Man ceremonies. You know, when humanity is in the mud, naked, fornicating and orgies, it's over. It's done with. You know, there's just there's no turning back from that type of evil. And I think we did cross the tipping point, the point of no return. But as far as individuals, there's hope for individuals because not all individuals are lost. There's hope for you. Acknowledge God, believe in Christ, and invite Christ into your life. And then start living a life, not only a life with purpose, but a life of responsibility. Everything in the world is there. It doesn't have to be part of your life. It doesn't have to affect you. It doesn't have to affect your spirit. You know, it doesn't have to influence your life. You can be righteous. You can be pure. You can be innocent. You can be good. You can be decent. You can be pleasant. You can be nice. You can be kind. You can be polite. It's in you. What's keeping you is that you're you're working with the information that the modern world has provided you. That's what's keeping you from having the life that you want. And the information that life has provided you is to specifically keep you dysfunctional, to keep you sick, to keep you depressed, to keep you anxiety ridden, so you don't have peace, so you're not in charge of your life, you're not creating children that you honestly cannot deal with financially or psychologically. You put order in your life, you feel rested, you make a good choice in your marriage partner, and both of you are healthy people, and both of you can support a healthy family. That's when you're prepared. But when you're trying to fight the war of life and you're swinging left and right, you don't have the time to organize your thoughts and organize your emotions and build a stable, structured life. And that's what they want. They want you to be in chaos. They want you to be in disorder. And by they, I mean the powerful people who manipulate politics. Because as long as they can keep you dysfunctional, they can sell you medication. They can sell you health care. They should be, you should be living a life of health, exercise, good diet, instead of drowning your tears in 6 liters of Coca-Cola, and eating 3.5 chocolate cakes and a whole bunch of nachos and fajitas. There's hope because you know what? God is your hope. There's hope because God is your hope. God will help you organize your life. He will. So you, in a partnership with God, can build a healthy life. There is hope. There's reason to believe. God would be that reason to believe. Again, I'm Jesse. This is my new project on faith, psychology, politics, everything life. I'm going to get to the issue because I believe in, being specific. And today I'm going to talk about insanity in marriage, specifically being a grown up and not going out and getting into relationships when we're not capable of being part of a relationship. What's required in a relationship is that we interact with our partner in a healthy, enjoyable way, in a fun way. And that means that we have to be part of life. We have to be involved in life. We have to be able to enjoy music, healthy entertainment, movies on television, enjoy the company of friends, enjoy the company of family. It's okay to have challenges. A healthy person understands that they have heart disease and they need to follow their doctor's instructions. If you don't believe in medications and you believe in a more natural, healthier way, change your diet. Eat better. Don't think that you're going to help yourself by not taking your medications and not having an alternative. It is about lifestyle, it's about exercise, and it's about mindset. Okay, so you're in a relationship, but because of your traumas, you want to be left alone. That's not healthy in a relationship, not healthy in a marriage. Because in a marriage, you have to be part of the marriage. Leading up to a marriage, when you're dating, hopefully being chaperoned, regardless of age, you are talking, laughing. It's a give and take of the relationship where she communicates and you communicate. She talks, you listen. And let me stress that again 2 more times. She talks and you listen. She talks and you listen. You don't dominate the conversation. No one should dominate the conversation. It is about listening to your partner. And it's also about voicing what's going on with you. And and if you have a joke to tell, or you don't want to be, you want to be goofy and foolish, within a Christian healthy limits, you can. That's what a relationship is for, and it's at that level of intimacy right before God. Saying levels of intimacy is starts with God, then your marriage, then your family, your friends, yourself. Okay, and and we have to be able to do that. And this is insane, because you have mental health challenges, and because you want to be left alone, and because you cannot enjoy the simple healthy pleasures of life, you don't deserve to be in a marriage. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we have to work at, we have to work at being healthy enough. That's the message, is that we have to be healthy enough to be able to be in a marriage, with all the gives and takes, without the immaturity, without the childishness, without the jealousy, without the pettiness, without the anger, the temper tantrums, the fits. That's not healthy in marriage. And it's imperative that both people be of the same spirit. See, God isn't a joke. It isn't something that is not concrete and doesn't give anything substantive to life. Respecting your flesh and not taunting other people with your flesh, it's healthy. Obedience of God, especially when it comes to a man leaving his home and cleaving to his wife, and they become one flesh, it's healthy. That's what people don't understand. We live in a society where the sexual rules were lowered, values and principles were lowered, and everybody thinks that the modern secular way is the correct way to live, and it's not. The modern secular way is responsible for all the ugliness that we see in life. And I'm going to go out and say it: the modern secular way of living, the modern secular philosophy was responsible for World War I and World War II. Good people of God would not, if, and the sad part about it is that Mr. Hitler thought he was working for God by leading this little war, you know. So good, godly people would not have done what the world did to the people of Israel. And I say the world, United States of America turned its back on Israel. United States of America would not allow Jews into the country. People, you talk about, you know, asylum for people from Nicaragua and Honduras and what have you. America would not give asylum to people from Israel, to Jews. During World War II. That's shameful. The world turned its back. And they're just human beings, just like you and I. They're not trying. If they have the wisdom if they have the wisdom to control the whole world, they're pretty smart. I mean, you'd have to be seriously smart to control all the different elements that contribute to all the nations all over the world. And as much as I believe that we are awesome as human beings, I don't think any group of people is that intelligent. You know, I see efforts of manipulation in the American government, of course led by politicians and by presidents, but most of the time it ends up working against them. However, just people, you know, just human beings. Why do they succeed? Because they pay attention. Because they dedicate themselves to the positive. Maybe because they have God on their side. Even today, with Jesus Christ and being rejected by some, not all, in the Jewish community. But you should be allowed to be left alone. You should be allowed to have your own country. If I'm going to look at Jewish history, I'm going to look at the Old Testament, you know. And what did God promise them? Where did God say that they could stay? Where did God say that they could live? What land did God say belongs to them? As far as I'm concerned, everybody needs to clear out. Jordan needs to clear out. Egypt needs to clear out. Libya needs to clear out. Saudi Arabia, think here, Rome. You know, everybody needs to clear out and get back the Jews what belongs to the Jews. But the point being is that humanity would be under different conditions if we were godly. And it relates to marriage. And again, I'm not saying that if you're struggling with depression or anxiety or schizophrenia, any mental health related issue, that you don't deserve to be in a healthy marriage. You can be in a healthy marriage, just got to earn the right, got to put the thoughts in order, got to put the emotions in order, have to, you know, do things differently. Thoughts and emotions contribute to behavior. What frustrates people, you know, is they go through the cycle of frustration, and then they do something wrong. Have sex with a stranger. Maybe even get pregnant from that one incidence of sex. Sexually transmitted diseases. The emotional, just the emotional pain that you were looking for something permanent, something constant, something substantive, and it didn't work out. Trust me, I'm gonna see a lot of people today. This is I'm doing this Friday going into Saturday morning, and I operate my taxi right there as people are coming back from Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico, into El